Hi everyone, it's Tasleem here, and today's video is called What Alignment Looks Like Part 2. What alignment looks like both on and off the dance floor. So a few days ago I shared with you part 1, but I realized I was missing something that I think is really, really important. And that is that alignment doesn't mean that everything is going perfectly to plan all the time, every day, every moment. Alignment means that yes, there are times when that happens. Like, I think some of the examples I was giving you seemed very like, everything just is working out and everything's flowing, whether it's dancing or whether it's out in life. And, you have these amazing dances and that means you're in alignment, or you have these amazing relationships, or you get the job that you were looking for. I was describing that is alignment. And also synchronicities kind of are signs that you're in alignment. But I really wanted to emphasize that alignment also means that you catch yourself quicker on events that might not be going in the direction that you want to go. Or I kind of hinted at this in the last video, that when something is not going the way that you wanted, like in a dance or in a move, or when you're actually out in life and a relationship or a job or a travel plan or something is not going the way that you wanted, you take it as an opportunity to make a new move, to see it as like something guiding you in a different direction that might be better for you. So alignment doesn't just mean that everything has to be smooth sailing and flowing and nothing goes wrong, right? So on the dance floor, what this could look like is that if you're dancing with someone and you are feeling unsafe for some reason with them, or you feel like they are doing something that's hurting you, like, or maybe they don't mean to, but they don't realize that it's really jarring on you, or it feels really uncomfortable to be around them, that you don't doubt that. Like, alignment doesn't mean that you make the dance all smooth and perfect even when you're feeling uncomfortable. It means that you speak out, or you politely walk away, take yourself out of the situation, or you explain what you're feeling so that you're standing up for yourself, you're standing up for what values you line up with and how you want to be treated and what you want to feel. And so this is the same in life. Like, when you are in alignment in your life, you don't just have these amazing relationships. You also, when you're in relationships that are not working for you, you don't stay around to just take it. You don't just say, okay, this is it. And you don't compromise what your true essence is wanting for you. So alignment in that sense is also trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, standing up for yourself, but also maybe speaking up more about what it is that you want. So, and not sitting in that space of doubting yourself, or settling. Alignment means that you pick up on cues really much quicker, and you act on them, and you speak up, and you say what it is that you need. So alignment is not just everything is perfect and life has no problems. No, alignment is actually when there are problems, you actually see them and you don't ignore them. You don't push them under the rug. You feel into what it is that feels good to you, or what doesn't feel good to you. And so that's one really important point that I wanted to really focus in on, it is that even though I'm saying that alignment, I called this video What Alignment Looks Like, it's actually what it feels like inside you. Like, I think alignment is more of a feeling. It's a true feeling, not the feeling of what you pretend something to be. Like if you're in a relationship and you pretend that it's going better than it is, like that's not being in alignment. If you're, in a job situation and you're not speaking up for what it is that you need, or you feel like you're not being respected, you're being in alignment doesn't mean that you make it so that you don't say anything, you don't cause conflict. Being in alignment means that you do say something, and you decide maybe that's not the environment that you need to be in. And I had some really interesting examples of this that came up for me today. One of them was that I was waiting for a bus, and I knew I was getting late, and this bus would only come every hour, but I was tired. I still have a weakness in my leg. It's hard for me to walk even a couple of blocks, and I was hungry. So I stopped to eat and thought, okay, I'll still make it. And then, of course, I'm going to the bus stop, and I end up seeing the bus go by, and I'm like, okay, well, even though it's not that far away, it's far enough that the way that I'm functioning right now, will not make it. So I felt really out of alignment, and I was kind of questioning, like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Like, why is this not working out for me? And I was frustrated. But then I saw this sign above the bus, like behind the bus, there was a sign on a building, and it said, "Life works." I don't know what the rest of the sign said. I don't know what it was advertising. That was all I could see. And for some reason, I just took that and ran with it. Not literally ran, because I couldn't run, but I just decided, okay, I'm not sure what that means. Something's going to work out, I guess. And I just kept on going towards the bus. Like, it didn't make any sense, because logically I should not make it to the bus. Like, it should be gone. But it turns out when I get there, the bus is still there, and there's a lineup of people waiting, and the bus doors are not opening because there's some delay and there's some problem with that bus. And then another bus of the same kind comes up behind it, like going on the same route, and we all need to look that direction, like turn that direction, go into that bus. So it ends up that I end up being the person at the front of the bus instead of the back in the lineup. And I was like, wow, life does work. But I realized that it wasn't that it works because I made it to the bus stop on time, or to the bus on time. And thankfully I made it to the appointment that I needed to go to on time. But it's also that I think it was a sign from the universe that whatever happens, it's going to be okay. Like, it's going to work out for you. So the alignment wasn't that, oh, like, I got to relax and eat, and then I got to like walk comfortably and not panic, and that I saw that I didn't see the bus because I still had lots of time. And then, like, that wasn't the alignment. That didn't mean that I was out of alignment when those things didn't happen. But it also is okay when things don't go exactly the way that you want them to, because it doesn't mean that you're out of alignment. It might mean that there's something else that you're supposed to be doing, like maybe slowing down, maybe trusting, all these concepts that I've talked about through dance: trust, faith, surrender, intuition, using your intuition. I just went with that sign that was behind the bus, and I went with it, and thankfully it worked out. Another example of alignment was something that I don't think I've shared on this channel, but I get so excited when I think about it, which is really weird because the situation was really upsetting and hard for me. But I shared with you guys that I had to leave my last apartment because there was mold toxicity, and I had to throw out all my stuff in there. The management didn't help me. I was getting really sick. It has caused a lot of issues in my body. And I left there on the day that I handed them my keys, like after 7 years of being there. I gave them the key and realized, like, I'm not going back in there. But more than that, all my stuff that was in there that I've had for years, or that were really special to me, things that I thought were irreplaceable, like photos of my mom or my journals or writing that I did or books that I really treasured and furniture, all of that thrown out, gone. And I also had no idea where I was going to go. But when I walked out of that building and handed over the keys, I took the few steps up onto the sidewalk and I just stood there. And with no delay, I'm not joking, a guy walks by, a young, tall guy in a big blue hoodie, like a royal blue hoodie. And it has white writing on it. It had 3 words on it. Remember, in that moment, I was like, all my stuff from the past and all this time, like, gone. What am I going to do? Did I just really mess up? Like, did I make the right decision? Where am I going? And the writing in white letters said in big capitals, bury the past. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe that this sign was right there in front of me. It was moving, like on a moving body. And I even said to the guy, I needed this so much right now. You have no idea. And he's like, oh, I'm glad my hoodie could help you. But like, he didn't have any idea what I was talking about. But I realized that I had no idea where I was going. All my stuff was gone. I was scared that I had thrown out like my past, and what was I going to do without it? And I was scared because of what was happening to my body. I was angry at the management. I was really, really scared at how I was treated. But this sign from the universe showed me, like, it's okay when you go through really tough stuff, because you can still be in alignment. I knew that I was still in alignment because I saw that sign. And I don't mean because the sign came, but because I was still open enough to receive it. Like, there's signs around us all the time. We just ignore them because we're not in alignment, because we're not trusting our intuition, because we're freaking out, we're scared, we're angry, we're not looking, we're not feeling. And I really want to emphasize that for me, like, even though I called this video what alignment looks like, I think the more important thing is what alignment feels like. And it feels like being true to yourself. It feels like trusting. It feels like flow. It feels like, and flow doesn't mean everything has to be right all the time. It means that you are going with what your values, who you really are, and what your needs really are. And when that happens, you see these signs, you see these, they're always around us, but you're open to them, and they're just like confirmation that you're still in alignment. When things feel like they're really crazy and not going right, it's still alignment. So I really wanted to share that with you. I know I share a lot of like abstract kind of concepts, and but I would love to hear what you think, and I would love to hear any of your stories of alignment or synchronicities. Like, I love hearing stuff like that. Please share. I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I will talk to you soon.